So after I made the reusable cracker hats, I had a lot of questions about crackers. So I've done a load of research and found a few different ways people seem to do them. One is just folding a fat quarter around a tube so that it looks like a cracker, but it's completely unfunctional, doesn't pull. There's no fun in that. And then I came across this theory, which is finding two toilet roll tubes, one that fits inside the other, making these fabric tubes for them so that you can cover them, tie them off like you would a traditional cracker, and then you can slot the two halves together so that it pulls. The only problem is there isn't much room for filling and it doesn't feel particularly winnable. So I have created this guy, the winnable reusable cracker. All the details of the sizes of each of these pieces is in the description, and there's also a written tutorial version available to purchase on my Etsy or my website. I'm using lots of different fabrics, some of which I've even pieced together from scraps. You could use all the same if you wanted to, it depends on your vibe. First thing I'm going to do is fold my main piece in half so I've got a crease so I can line up and put my firm fusible interfacing against it. I'm just giving myself a bit of strength. I've sewn down the thing in half so that I've got this long tube before tucking in my raw ends and getting everything together so it looks nice and neat. And now I'm going to place one of my pieces of Velcro around the inside of the tube, covering that join where those two folded raw edges have been tucked in. So it's going to secure it all off as we sew the Velcro on. The Velcro is going to go on both ends of the tube on the inside, and that's our central section done. So now we'll start on the ends. So these are done a very similar way, folding it in half, giving myself a crease so that I can then put my interfacing along where that crease is, and then folding it lengthways so that we can sew down with a 1 centimeter seam allowance and give ourselves a nice tube. Folding in our raw edges again before folding it so that the interfacing stays on the inside and our folded ends come together, where again the Velcro is going to go on and close all of that up and sort it out. I am sewing around both sides of the Velcro. It's going to take a fair amount of tension, so it's worth doing. But with those ends done, we're ready to turn them Velcro side out. So we've got our 3 component parts that we need. We're ready to put it together. So we're just going to fold each of the ends up so that we can insert them nicely, get our ribbon and tie one end off first because we need the other end open whilst we add our fillings. So I've got my reusable cracker hat, my joke, and a little biscuit magnet thing that I've made as a nice treat. We'll tie the other end off and it is ready. It is ready to go on the Christmas table and ready to be pulled. Now either end could win. That's the joy of this. That's the joy of an original cracker. And you could even add a snap if you wanted for that little extra bang.